I am the candidate for Action Democratic Party for Abia State, and I am seeking to serve the people of Abia to bring us out of the mess that we've been in. I am only here appealing to people from Abia to work with me to serve Abia, to fix Abia. If you look around, or if you've been around Abia, you will see what we've been through. Infrastructure is decayed. Salaries are not paid to civil servants. Schools are messed up. Teachers are not trained, and so on and so forth. So I'm here to be able to help to serve, to bring back Abia to its glory.
So, talking about the mess in Abia State, one of them is the problem of road infrastructure. What do you plan to do towards that end, sir?
For the road infrastructure, the plan that I have is that I'm going to divide Abia into 3 senatorial zones, and we'll have different companies on these zones that will be able to give us at least 1.5 to 2 kilometers of road every day. And once this is done, before the end of 100 days, we would have gone round the whole state, and that will really do it. Then from that point, we're not going to face them, go by face to face. But this is the first thing I'm going to do is to, start working in the 3 zones immediately to fix those roads that are really bad.
Okay, about 2 days ago, sir, we read on national television and national dailies that Abia State workers are protesting for their pension. Even some of them died. What do you plan to do in that direction, because it's becoming an endemic problem to Abia State? What do you plan to do to offset these areas of pension and so on and so forth, sir?
See, pension and salaries are not, it's something that is a right of the people. If you work, even the Bible says that if you work, you should be paid for what you work. So it is not there's no standing to talk about it. This is something that has to happen. I remember when I was a local government chairman in Chbuike, I never owed for 1 month. I paid my salaries throughout my tenure. So that's the number one thing to do. First thing in the first month is to pay the people their salaries, and if there's pension, to pay them their pensions. And I did that as a local government chairman. So if I did that as a local government chairman, where we had very, very limited funds. So you can imagine what I would do when I'm in the state. It's just greed and a mess that causes these people to do this. I don't know, it's such an inhuman thing. As a matter of fact, it is criminal not to pay people with salaries and pensions. So this is what I would start immediately to pay them the back one and continue to pay them like it is. It's a simple thing and it's a straight thing to do.
So talking about Aba, which is known as Giant of Africa all over, but Aba seems to be producing under capacity. What will you do to enhance SME productivity and then empower the youths so that the issue of cultism, agitation and rest of that can be tackled within Abia State and its environs?
Well, let me start with the cultism in school. It's just that the schools are not they are not well. Schools are not well taken care of. The security in the school are lapsing, and that causes all this mess. And make sure that people that are in school are the ones that are registered in the school. We have cases when young people from outside come in and try to cause a lot of mess and cause all these things. So with security, both in the campuses and outside, we'll be able to check that. And also make sure that all the students in the campus are students of that school.
Okay.
The other thing you mentioned,
empowering or improving SME within Abia State.
Well, that's simple. I've already made a plan for that. What I plan to do in that is to form a relationship that encourage people, like small businesses that employ people like 20 people, 30 people, like small SMEs, and form a bridge between the banks and them. So that way, my government will support, will support these people by getting them some sort of agree with the banks to be able to give them loans so that they can be able to get this business started. All these businesses, all those SME, small, medium enterprises, are businesses that employ 20, 30, 10, 15 people, and those are the businesses that carry the economy. It creates the middle class, and which also helps the economy.
Okay, finally, sir, you have said a lot that sounds a kind of hope to Abia State. What is your final message of hope to Abians when you are sworn in as the governor of Abia State? What is your message of hope generally to the people?
Well, I'm asking Abians to have patience, and when I do come into government, there will be hope. And I have plans of creating, throughout my tenure there, I'll be having a monthly speech and announcement, and to be able to tell the states how far we've gone and where we're going. So, and I know that my coming out to do this is not just ordinary. It's God's calling, and this is the time for me to come to bring out Abia out of the dungeon. If you notice, Abia is called God's own state, but actually what's going on in Abia is like devil's own state. So I'm coming to bring back Abia to God himself. And who is God? God is love. He gives love to the people. He provides for the people. He makes a way for the people. That's why I'm here. And it's a covenant between me and my God. And it shall be done, so that hope.
Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you very much, sir,
Thank you
for your time.
Thank you very much.